she's stunning. Her smile could melt glaciers. Her laughter? It fills the room like music. At first glance, she seems perfect, magnetic, charming, unforgettable. But something doesn't sit right. One moment she's warm and inviting. The next she's distant and cold. You find yourself spiraling, second-guessing your every word, your every move. Am I doing something wrong? You wonder. Am I enough? You replay conversations like a detective searching for clues. But let's stop right there. This confusion you're feeling? It's not love, it's manipulation. In today's world where beauty is filtered, moments are curated, and worth is measured in likes and fleeting approval, it's easy to fall for a polished illusion. But Stoicism teaches us to look deeper, to see through the mask, to seek truth beneath the surface. It teaches us that words mean little without action, that peace is more precious than attention, and that logic must anchor us when emotions swirl like a storm. A low-value woman doesn't always come with warning signs written in bold. She may dress with elegance, speak with charm, even make you feel like the center of her world, but underneath that surface lies chaos, a lack of loyalty, emotional maturity, vision, and self-respect. And that chaos, it's not personal. She's not malicious, she's lost. And if you're not careful, you'll lose yourself trying to fix someone who doesn't even know who she is. This video isn't about shaming anyone. It's about empowering you with clarity, about helping you protect your peace, your time, your energy, before it's strained. Because once you understand these 5 unmistakable signs, you won't be fooled again. You'll walk with purpose, not confusion. You'll stop chasing storms and start honoring your self-worth. Let's dive into the 5 clear signs of a low-value woman, and how to protect yourself before it's too late. Sign number 1, emotional chaos is her norm. She's not just emotional, she's unpredictable. One minute she's laughing, the next she's crying, then yelling, then retreating into stony silence. Her emotions don't just affect her, they dominate the entire space. And you're constantly walking on eggshells. She feeds off the instability because in chaos, she becomes the center of gravity. You morph into her therapist, her emotional punching bag, her peacekeeper, but never truly her man. This isn't passion. It's emotional dysregulation, rooted in unresolved trauma and an absence of self-awareness. She doesn't argue to find solutions, she argues to win, to dominate. But a stoic man? He doesn't lose himself in someone else's storm. He knows peace is sacred, and it cannot exist where emotional addiction thrives. Ask yourself, does she respond to conflict with grace or with destruction? Does she lean into calm, or does she spiral and take you with her? A woman who lacks emotional control isn't ready for love. She needs healing, not a hero. And you're not a savior, you're a man with purpose. Protect your mission. Protect your mind. If love feels like confusion more than clarity, it's time to walk away. Because what you're experiencing isn't love, it's emotional warfare wrapped in charm. Sign number 2, she craves validation, not connection. Her life is a highlight reel. Scroll, post, like, repeat. She's more focused on being seen than truly known. Every moment is curated for maximum attention, not authentic connection. She wants an audience, not intimacy. And you're just a supporting actor in her social media performance. Underneath this is a fragile sense of self, built on likes, compliments, and external praise. And when the applause stops, she starts to unravel. But a stoic man values depth over display. He seeks presence, not performance. And when you're with a woman who requires constant validation to feel alive, you'll always feel like you're competing with the entire world for her attention. Ask yourself, can she sit in silence with you? Or does she need a phone in her hand and an audience watching? Does she light up from inner peace, or only when others are watching? A high-value woman glows from within. A low-value woman shines only when others are clapping. If you stay, you'll become the applause machine, constantly inflating her ego while deflating your own worth. Choose presence over performance. Choose substance over spectacle. You deserve more than a filter. You deserve a woman who sees you, hears you, and values real connection, not just the optics of it. Sign number 3, she destroys rather than builds. A low-value woman critiques, mocks, and diminishes. She spots your flaws but never your efforts. She ridicules your dreams, not because they're foolish, but because they threaten her sense of control. She tears down what she can't control. She mocks what she doesn't understand. And slowly, without realizing it, you shrink just to keep the peace. This isn't love. This is fear-based sabotage disguised as partnership. A high-value woman builds with you. She encourages, uplifts, and grows beside you. A low-value woman, on the other hand, competes. She wants control, not collaboration. Psychologically, this is projection. She feels small, so she makes you feel smaller. But a stoic man doesn't shrink to fit in someone else's comfort zone. If every win becomes a threat, every dream a debate, every conversation a power struggle, she's not your partner. She's your rival. Real love celebrates your light. Fake love resents it. And the brighter you shine, the more she'll try to dim you. Protect your vision. Surround yourself with those who sharpen your edge, not those who blunt your potential. You're not hard to love. You're just too much for someone who refuses to grow. Sign number 4, she never takes responsibility. Every failed relationship, not her fault. Every argument, your fault. Every red flag, just a misunderstanding. In her world, she's always the victim. Accountability doesn't exist, because growth requires looking inward. And that's painful. Rather than reflect, she deflects. Rather than admit fault, she rewrites reality. This is known as an external locus of control, the belief that everything is shaped by external forces, never personal responsibility. And you'll become the villain in her ever-changing story. But Stoicism teaches radical ownership. A real man doesn't blame the world, he owns his choices, his thoughts, his path. So how can you build anything meaningful with someone who refuses to own her part in anything? Watch her patterns. Does she apologize with sincerity, or deflect with excuses? Does she learn from mistakes, or recycle them? Does she cast every ex as toxic while ignoring her own role? You can't fix what someone refuses to acknowledge. You can't build love on denial and blame. Protect your mental health. Walk away the moment you realize you're being written into a story you never agreed to tell. Sign number 5, she uses her body, not her soul. She knows how to draw you in. Her body speaks volumes, but her soul remains silent. It's seduction without connection. Intimacy without meaning. She uses her appearance like a weapon. Her body becomes leverage. Sex becomes a transaction, not an expression of love. You feel wanted, but never truly seen. You're touched, but emotionally untouched. It feels like love, but it's not. It's control disguised as desire. This stems from deep insecurities, anxious attachment, and narcissistic tendencies. She believes worth is earned through attention, and power through physicality. But a stoic man knows the difference between pleasure and purpose. He seeks soul, not just skin. True intimacy is spiritual. It's built on trust, vulnerability, shared purpose. If that's missing, the connection is just a mirage. Ask yourself, when the thrill fades, what's left? Can you talk for hours? Face challenges together? Or is everything built on lust and leverage? Don't trade your soul for skin. Don't confuse seduction with substance. You deserve more than momentary pleasure. You deserve lasting connection. Thanks for watching. If this spoke to you, hit the like button, subscribe for more content like this, and share it with someone who needs to hear the truth. Drop a comment below, what stood out the most. Let's talk about it. Be strong. Be wise. Be stoic.